Hi guys, my name is Abhay Krishna. So I am here to review the book Skin in the Game: Hidden Asymmetries in Daily Life from the author Nassim Taleb, a former options trader with a background in the mathematics of probability and statistics. Skin in the Game investigates the adverse impact of having people acting and making decisions without shouldering any downside if things go wrong. For example, getting the rewards without the risks. Author starts with the saying that skin in the game is all about four key concepts, which are number one, uncertainty and the reliability of knowledge, number two, symmetry in human affairs, which includes fairness, responsibilities, justice, and values, and number three, information sharing in transactions, and number four, rationality in complex systems and in the real world. In a nutshell, skin in the game means that if you get the rewards, you must also bear the risks. Author makes the point that in many realms of our current society, whole classes of citizens are getting the reward while pushing the risks to the whole society. Now I would like to elaborate some theories that author puts forward in this book. One among them is the minority rule, which says that society will adapt demand for certain goods based on an inflexible minority. The majority doesn't always decide. For example, 70% of the lamb meat in the UK imports from New Zealand is processed according to halal standards. However, only 4% of the population is Muslim, which is the main group that demands the halal meat. How can such a small segment account for such a large share of imports? Well, minority rule is usually a result of the majority being flexible or different. In this case, non Muslims don't mind eating halal meat over non halal meat as there is no difference in taste. The majority doesn't care, so the minority gets what it wants. Another theory proposed by author that I would like to discuss is competency of people. Successful people don't always have to be competent because how we evaluate winners is industry dependent. If we are honest, we have all used this excuse before or at least thought of it. We claim someone got somewhere before us because they looked the part and we did it. While that may or may not have been true in your situation, author claims the relationship between success and image isn't the same in all industries. For professionals where skin in the game is necessary to succeed, an awkward image can be a sign of someone who's more prolific, but where it isn't, subjective factors decide who will win. For example, a lawyer who is extremely sought after but dresses very sloppily is bound to have proven herself in court over and over again. If she didn't win cases, people wouldn't hire her. The same is true for surgeons, authors whose books sell like crazy, and elite soldiers. Without stellar results, they'd never have made it. Another lesson that author tells us is that when selling to rich people, the risk reward ratio of the transaction is off, which leads to more scams. You know how supposed door to door salesmen sometimes scam all people, right? They sell inferior products and charge too much or sell products people don't need in the first place. These con artists target older people because they are all a bit slower mentally. They also have more money. Convince you to part with some of it. If it's a small portion of your overall fortune, you wouldn't mind as much. The risk reward ratio becomes skewed in favor of the seller. They have more skin in the game. See, if they sell you a mansion for 4 million rather than 1 million, they'll get 4 times the commission. For someone worth $200 million, however, it almost doesn't matter whether they drop 1 million on a home or 4. As we get richer, the risk of spending more money on individual purchases goes down, and we would rather be safe than sorry. That's why we throw more dollars after trivial items than we should, even those of us who aren't millionaires. Taleb's thesis is that skin in the game, that is, having a measurable risk when taking a major decision, is necessary for fairness, commercial efficiency, and risk management, as well as being necessary to understand the world. He reasons from the ground up, relies on the scientific method, yet paints colorful pictures with stories that are never boring to read. There can be no true learning without pain. In broader terms, one must suffer through consequences of one's actions to be learned about the real world, which can only be possible with skin in the game. With skin in the game, he is doing his part to help our generation tackle important problems we care about instead of veering off into careers with lots of dollars but little responsibility. And that's it. That's all from my side. And thank you for watching the video.